Hey, what's up everybody out there in learning land? This is Tyler from TenThumbspro.com, and today we are looking at jazz, alright? We're looking at a 2-5-1, and I'm going to show you how to do it on the A string root and the E string root. So if you know the notes of these two strings, you can play a 2-5-1 in all 12 keys. You go to a club and someone goes, "Hey, how about a jazz loop in G sharp?" And you're going to go, "G sharp, I got G sharp." No problem, alright? So we're going to hook you with that. Just like Big Dudes hooked us up with this guitar. If you're thinking about a new guitar, parlor guitar, or really anything with music, check them out. Local shop in Kansas City, really nice guys. Patreon, if you want, starts at $1 a month. You get printouts with every single lesson. You can follow along, alright? Also, we do one-on-one Skype lessons if you're interested. Send us an email. But if you came just because you want to go, "Hey, G sharp there, Chief, let me hit that." Or C sharp. Or B flat, it doesn't matter, we got you covered, okay? Alright, TenThumbspro.com, grab your guitar, brain, attention span, follow me on in, and let's break this lesson down right now. Hey, what's up everybody? Tyler from TenThumbs Pro coming at you with another lesson, and today we are going to be breaking down your A string and E string jazz 2-5-1 circles, alright? So let's start with the one that I consider easier, the A string root. We're going to need to know 3 chords. One is the minor 7 bar, and we'll be particularly for the first lesson, we're going to be doing it in D. So let's look at the E minor 7. Alright. Similar to, wow. Go ahead, well, I'll just put the tabs up on the screen. So let's take a look at that. That's what the tabs look like for your E minor. Then we have a A7, which is really cool because it's the actual exact same fingering shape as the E minor 7, but we're going to move everything up a string and then down 2 frets. So we have the A7. And then we're going to play the D major 7. Alright, now this one can be tricky. I remember the first time I saw this chord, I was learning Space Oddity by David Bowie, and there's a B flat major 7 in there, and I said to myself, what? But I really like the way this chord sounds. It always kind of reminds me of David Bowie. Rest in peace, brother, man. Thank you. Alright, so what we're doing here is, with this shape, this is our 1, the D major 7 is our 1, the A7 is our 5, and the E minor 7 is our 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to play the E minor 7 for 2 beats, A7 for 2 beats, and the D major 7 for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright? Okay, now the rhythm's obviously up to you. I usually do something finger style, like with a little percussive action like this. And I like a little finger roll there. Alright, so to get this, you need to know these 3 shapes, and then just strum it any way you want. All down strums, down, up, down. Or you can do down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Old Faithful would work for this one too, alright? But what's really cool about this isn't so much the shapes or the music, it's how we can transpose this. Now, transposing it means we can change the keys. If you notice the space between these chords, I can do the exact same thing, but move everything 2 frets. So now, if I start on the 5th, on the root here, 5th fret A string with that minor chord, and up to that 3rd fret here, and then right below it here, I have a D minor 7, G7, and a C7. So now I'm doing the exact same thing in the key of C. Okay, now, this is cool, and with just this, in theory, you could play in all 12 keys because you have your A note, you have your B note, C note, D note, E note, you can go all the way up. But you can see it kind of gets a little cramped up here, and maybe down here it can get a little too hard for us to bar. So what we need to learn is how to do this with our E string root as well. So we're going to look at 3 new chord shapes. Our minor 7, I like to play like this. And we'll be playing this time in the key of A major, right? So this is a B minor 7. Now you could play it like this, but really what I'm doing here is I'm only using the E string and then the D, G, and B. I'm not using the bottom E string and I'm not using the A string, so this shape works perfect. Some people like to try to cram all their fingers in there and play it like that. Whatever's more comfortable for you. I just like the blanket approach. So that's our B minor 7. Now note again, this shape is movable. A minor 7, G minor 7, E minor 7, okay? But for this particular loop, we only need the B minor 7. Now we're going to play our next chord, which is going to be an E9. An E9 looks just like that D major 7 that we did. We're going to take the middle finger off, and now we have an E7. Which is cool, but I really like and prefer to play the E9 when I'm playing a dominant on the A string. Okay, and then this shape, you can see in the tabs, it's not that easy, but what I'm doing is getting these 2 fingers down first and then just using this bottom finger to sandwich that G and B string. Alright, and then the major 7, the last chord we need. This is a really cool shape, and it looks like this. And I really like this shape. I use the B flat major 7 here quite a bit when I'm playing Al Green actually. But this is the A major 7, alright? And again, all these shapes are movable. Your E9 can be a D9, it can be a C9, it can be a B9, it can be an A9. And your A major 7 can be a G major 7, it can be a B major 7, it can be a C major 7, it can be a D major 7. All these shapes are movable because they're bar chords, alright? But essentially, instead of barring the whole thing, we've taken out the A and the E string for some of them, or the E string. So we've made them from 6 strings to 4-string chords, and these voicings are going to be a little more clear and a little more jazzy. So let's run through that loop in the key of A major. And it looks like this, alright? Alright, now again, like I said, this is all transposable. If I want to go to the key of G major, it'll look like this. Alright, A minor 7, D9, G major 7. And the way you're identifying these chords is by the root note. Well, what's the root note? The root is either going to be on the E or the A. So if I make a D9, I know this is a D9 because on the 5th fret of the E string, this is a D note. I know this is an A minor 7 because 1, E, open E, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, B minor 7. So if I know the notes of the E and the A string, it will benefit me greatly when I'm doing these jazz loops. Okay, and that is how you play the 2-4-5 with both the A and the E string roots in all 12 keys. Enjoy it, everybody, and until next time, subscribe and learn for free. TenThumbsPro.com. Take care, everybody. Now we know how to play jazz thanks to 10 thumbs all day. Alright, that's nice! I love me some jazz. I love me to jam on it. I love to make it bluesy. I like to modify it. I like to make my blues jazzy. I like to make my jazz bluesy. And I like to make my poppy jazzy. No, I'm just joking now. Now I am blabbering. If you enjoyed it, subscribe. That's the most important. Let us know what you want to learn in the comments below. And until next time, everybody, rock and roll. Thanks for watching, and take care of yourselves. All right, everybody. Bye.